Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have got no energy today, but I know that I need to start sorting my seeds out. So, I've got my little stickers that are going to go on these plant pots. Let's see if we can put that down a little bit, yeah. These, once they're full and you want to transport them to your allotments, look at this, look. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like got a springy effect. So, you know with the other ones where you have to proper bash them and then wobble them out. With this one, you just push it in and it gets them out a lot easier. So, there is our compost, enriched multi-purpose compost. 3 months worth of feed in there. Yes, I'm doing it in my front room and not in my garden. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right, so first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to grow some coriander. Some people use smaller pots, so I thought I could just put more in there, do it this way. You'll get a few plants anyway out of that. I might do 3 in each one. So I'm just going to, because this has got quite a nice plain bit, I can write on what it is I am going to be growing on there. So this one is coriander with a little love art on my eye, like I do. I don't know why I've done that. Done that for years. So, take that off. That makes it waterproof, kind of. I'm going to pop that on there. That's our coriander. So, let's get to work. Let's pop these ones down here. Get them out of the way a minute. Put that in the bin, because the bin's right next to us. Now, let's try and see if we can get some compost out without making too much mess. I might even use that pen instead of that one. Oh. Where is my little diggy spade? So there's my spoon. Now we're going to do this. Stab it. A little hole. I quite like this compost. So we're not transporting it over. Pop some in there. No, that needs to be a little bit more. A bit clumpy this is. Just break it up a little bit. Really, I should have put some little shells at the bottom, but it's fine. So, here we go. Let's pop our coriander seeds in there. There's actually loads in there. Let's open it this way. So, I would say I'm going to put maybe 3 in here. God, they're the most tiniest little seeds. 1, 2, okay, there's a bit more than 3. I think there's about 5 there. It's fine. 1, 2, mad, isn't it? How these tiny little seeds, most tiniest little seeds, you can't even see them properly, are going to grow into some plants that are going to feed us and be so good for us. It's just, I think it's crazy, honestly. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. So we want to put a little line in, and yes, I do use my fingers. I like the feel of the soil, I like the smell of the soil. It's better when it comes from the earth though. This is like kind of, yeah, I like getting the soil straight from the earth. Right, there we go. So that is our coriander one. Next, we're going to go for some basil. Pop them away. You can just keep making them. Look, they're just so, there's so many of them. Like, you can just keep growing and growing and growing. Indoors all year or outdoors May to November. So I'll just keep them indoors for now. So outdoors April to June. So I'll see how big they get by the end of April. I've also got herb geranium there. That's so good in a tea as well. Actually, we're going to do that first, because these are brilliant. Twin seeds. Look how tiny they are. Wow. Sow seeds 25mm 1 inch apart in PT mixed compost. If starting seeds in a seed tray, choose one with really deep sows. The seedlings need a lot of root room to get started. Just cover the seeds with 2mm compost. Seeds will germinate in less than 2 weeks. Wow. Pick out each seedling as it becomes large enough to handle. Transport into 3-inch pots or trays, which these are big pots anyway. After the last expected frost, gradually accumulate to outdoor conditions for 10 to 15 days before planting out into the permanent positions. So it's like a fish. When you first get a fish, you don't put the fish straight into your fish tank because it can send them into shock. So you gradually introduce it by keeping the bag in there for a little while and then kind of letting them get used to it, sort of thing. And that's the same with a plant. So you keep it in its original pot outside to get used to the temperatures, and then you can put it into a bigger pot or into the ground. Plants are best planted in poor, well-drained soil in full sun, but will tolerate most soils in full sun and can tolerate partial shade. Deadhead to prevent self-seeding if preferred. No, keep seeding, mate. Self-seeding, you can seed all you want, motherfucker. Excuse my language. Right, so let's fill this pot first. And we have got, in this one, we have herb Robert geranium. Look that up, it's very good for you. It's not your basic one, it's good for loads of health conditions in the body. Robert geranium. Herb. I love these. These tend to make them waterproof then. Sticky labels. You get them online. Amazon. They go like, they're like fridge and freezer ones, but you can use them for anything like I've done here. And they're actually better ones because they are a little bit more waterproof than just putting a normal label on. So, speed this up. I got to speed it up or not. Slow down. Wow, tiny, tiny motherfuckers.